Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons show. I will have some announcements and a recap when we finish up some player introductions, but before we get into any of that, Nick, would you go ahead and kick those off?
Sure. I'm Nick. I play Embers of White Ash, the Sun Salt Tabaxi Monk.
Hi, I'm Kay. I play Lady Elwyn Amalos, who is the Elvish Arctic Circle Druid. Yep.
Hello, I'm Melissa and I play Teppins, who is a Court of the Sky Bard Pixie.
Ooh.
Pixie Bard.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Vertnor Oranglass, who is a armor artificer changeling.
Hi, I'm Will. I play Hakan, the halfling cleric.
And with that, we'll dive into those announcements I mentioned. We premiere our episodes on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items as well as a custom pixie lineage, so be aware of that as you're watching. The character portraits, which are all over the layout, were drawn by an artist named Krista Porter, who goes by @KristaPorter with 2 R's on the end on Twitter. If you need a refresher on anything that's going on in our campaign, we have a campaign wiki at World Anvil, and also we recently released a recap video for the first season, so that's a good way to get caught up to season 2. Other than that, you can check the video description for links and information to everything I just mentioned and more, including some links to Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate resources. Then you can follow us on Twitter at Antiheroes Anon, which will be important because we're taking the next 2 weeks off, sort of for the holidays at the end of the year, and potentially a third, but we're not sure on that. We will post on Twitter, so keep your eyes there. Finally, we just hope you enjoy the show, share with your friends, and come back to watch some more. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the intro video. And welcome back. Previously on Antiheroes Anonymous, a blizzard has forced the Silver Seekers to take refuge near a settlement called Twin Towns. A cleric named Hakan Anvilheart helped them stave off bounty hunters looking for Prince Vertnor, but that was only the beginning of their troubles there. Strange cold monsters have been menacing Glimmercairn, a church between the towns is encircled by flame each night, and a band of evil fae is preparing a bloody raid on Rhymestrand. The Seekers have gotten the Marrowbow Gang of Redcaps to agree to a triathlon. If they win, the gang leaves town, but if they lose, they must join the assault on Rhymestrand. And tonight, we're going to find out how that goes. So, we're going to dive right in where we left off. The group of you have gone to the inventor Very's house to procure various inventions to help, nudge your chances in these games. And returned to the Marrowbow Gang, where you found them basically, practicing wrestling and doing like short races and things like that to get ready for this. And the time has basically come. It's a clearish day, but still extremely cold here in Twin Towns. No fresh snow falling at the moment, but that seems like it could change at any time. What would you like to do?
How do the inventions work? Can we know that now?
Yeah, I was going to explain it when we get to the games.
Okay.
But The drinking cup is the simplest one, probably. The adjustable trick mug. Basically, when you use it, you can make a deception or sleight of hand check against the opponent's passive perception. And if you succeed in that, you can make your drinking save at advantage for that round. Let's see. Then you don't have any for the race, so I can close that section. For the wrestling match, you have the spring-loaded gloves. And basically, with those, they increase your shove distance from 5 feet to 10 feet. So you can, move your opponent more than normal. And then you have the motor cleats, which can give you advantage on shoving or pulling, or on a roll to resist being knocked out of the ring. And then the one thing I'll note is that on the gloves and the cleats, both of those have a chance to break when you use them. So you got to be a little bit sparing, perhaps.
Great.
But we're only doing 1 round of each thing, so yeah. Okay. So I guess I don't think we had any other preparations we need to do, so we just go on back to the.
All right. Well, we know that Embers is going to be the one racing and I'm going to be the one wrestling, but have we figured out who's going to be the one drinking?
Well, I think it'll probably be me at this
Volunteer,
point.
but I think they'd catch on. I think they'd catch on,
Could
but
you
I
even-
can't
can you
hold very
even-
much.
Well, you can hold the cup with Mage Hand.
I think
But
the
yeah.
cup is the size as you are, though. So probably you better
that's
sit
why
this
I-
one out, Tuppy.
That's why I think that won't work.
I'll do that one.
You probably have the best chance of being a little sly with your hands anyway. So
You'd
think
know
so.
that, huh?
she just smiles.
Shakes head.
When did they say they wanted to do this competition?
I don't think there was an agreed upon time.
Oh, great. So do we just go
Well,
crash their practice and
I think it was we were saying we'll be back and do it when we're done talking to the inventor,
Yeah.
and so it's just basically whenever we get back, because they didn't really.
So-
how
plan
you
ahead.
feeling, Embers? I know you were standing out in the cold for a long time, but are you feeling lithe and limber? Do you need to warm up a little bit?
Yeah, I think Ember's like jumps a few times and like does a couple of stretches. It's like I'm ready to go whenever.
I do have my enhance ability spell that I can cast twice, and I can increase your dexterity or your endurance. I don't know what would be the most helpful.
I think of the 3 combatants, I need the least help.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not worried about
This-
yours.
This is the event we suggested because it's not fair.
That's true, but I have these special shoes that are going to help me a little bit. So I don't know how much
Can you?
help I'm going to need. And also, if I'm taking hits, I might lose concentration on the spell anyway.
It's true. Is that spell? Do you have to touch the person, or can you? Can you cast it at range?
I have to touch, but it
Okay.
lasts for an hour, so I could do it ahead of time.
I see. I was thinking that if something for any weird reason went south, then
Right. Well,
know what you
I
could
wouldn't
do?
be able to touch. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to cast it on myself once I transform. So
if we wanted to with the race, if we want to do that one first, and we think it's a sure win, but if anything goes weird, you could always do like a high five thing mid race.
high five her
Like right here.
at the laugh
Uh-huh.
line or something.
And then
You
cast
got
the
it.
spell. See?
Yeah, I reckon that's an option.
Okay. But yeah, I think we
I know
want
that-
to do the race first.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who has some supportive abilities. I don't know what your capabilities are, Con, or if you have anything to offer, but
We can't hear you.
yeah.
Shoot, sorry.
It's okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I said I have a few things I can help out. Got guidance or if there's like AC involvement, I could do Shield of Faith on someone, which I can cast at a range of 60 feet. So
Guidance has range too, right?
it's a touch,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But it lasts for a minute, so I could just like give you a pat on the back before you go in.
That might be good to use for Elwyn.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be locked in wrestling combat.
Combat.
Yeah,
This is going to be such a sight to behold.
this will be interesting.
Yeah,
Super
I reckon I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I'm not
Really,
looking for
really
red for it.
exciting.
So I think we should do the race first. And then what's our next best chance of winning? Because if we win 2 out of 3, we don't have to do the third one. So what's the one that we're
Maybe
worried
we
about?
should do the drinking contest
Drinking?
next.
All right. Yeah, if you're not feeling confident, then I don't mind going second.
Well, I know that I'll have the strength, but I don't know.
Okay.
I've never done anything like that before, let alone in an ape's body. So
Yeah, that's fine. So I guess that's what we'll go with then. So unless there's anything else, I guess we head off to see them.
Okay.
Our opponents.
Yeah, you can see that they're basically just gathered around that center circle of stone pillars in the middle of town that you think the town is probably named after. And as you approach it again, you probably noticed before, but I don't think I said anything, so I'll mention it now. You can see that while there's snow and ice pretty much all around the circle, the inside of the circle where there's that mushroom ring growing is lush and verdant and green as if it were in the middle of spring. So there's no snow and ice sort of within the circle of stones. And when they see you coming, you can see Mavis Marrowbow, the leader of the Marrowbow Gang, basically stalks up in your direction and plants herself in front of whoever would be taking the lead from your group.
Probably me again.
Yeah, plants herself in front of Vert and says, "All right, so the time's come. Now it is."
That's right. So we will do best 2 out of 3 of the games. And we'll start with the race, and then the drinking, and then the wrestling.
Well, we'll see about the order, but fine. We can start with the race. That's
okay.
good.
We should decide on the order ahead of time, Mavis.
I think you pick the first one. We get to pick the second one.
Okay, I think that's fair. All right, we'll do it your way.
Yeah, she kind of looks smug and satisfied with you agreeing to that.
Yeah.
And then she shouts over her shoulder, "All right, Zoom Shroom, you're up."
Oh my gosh.
And the wiriest looking Redcap kind of emerges from the group, a little bit taller, a little bit skinnier, definitely slightly lighter looking iron boots. He has this kind of like wiry hair that just sticks out at all directions. And his cap is kind of like a floppy beret. And he kind of comes up. "Hello, I'm Zoom Shroom."
Hi, Zoom Shroom. You'll be racing Embers today, and then he'll gesture at Embers.
Embers
Yeah, Zoom
nods.
Shroom kind of goes up to give you a handshake.
Yeah, Embers takes it back. I think she has to like stoop over.
It's a 24 athletics check, so he like crushes your paw. Mavis then kind of steps in and says, "All right, that's enough, Zoom Shroom. You don't want to, put your opponent out of condition before you crush her on the race course." And then she kind of gestures and starts leading everyone over towards the race course. "So what we've got here is a quarter mile long stretch of road covered with obstacles all the way down. First one to the finish line wins. It's a straightforward obstacle course. One thing," and she kind of gestures to the rest of the group, "all of you, you're one of the obstacles." And she points to a section on the course that looks relatively empty, where a group of redcaps are basically lining up on one side of the road. And she points to the other side of the road and says, right there, that's your point to pelt Zoom Shroom here with as many snowballs as you can.
Snowballs.
And we'll do the same to you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I love this obstacle course.
Yeah, and as you look down the course, you can see a variety of obstacles. I'm trying to open it on
Oh man.
my notes here so I can see what all there is. There's the first obstacle looks to be a wall made from like a series of broken down planter boxes. They've just constructed a climbing wall. Then there's a patch of really icy ground. There's a section where they've put like chicken wire up over the road, so you have to kind of crawl under that. Then there's the snowball section, kind of right in the middle. Then they've constructed some makeshift hurdles, again, kind of out of like broken planter boxes and mailboxes and things like that they've just scavenged from town. And then finally, at the right before the final sprint, there's what looks to be a maze constructed out of snow.
Can I inspect the course a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of role do you want to make? Like
I
an investigation?
what I want
or-
to do, probably investigation. I want to make sure that they're being honest with both sides. Kind of compare the two and make sure that it's not like, you know, ours are severe and theirs are like faulty traps and stuff like that, or, you know,
Sure. Yeah. Make like a inspection or a perception check.
an inspection check. I'm definitely gonna roll an inspection
Sorry,
check.
an investigation.
All right. Well, it's okay. My inspection check was 15.
I'm never gonna live it down. Yeah, from what you can tell, both sides seem pretty even. It looks
Okay.
like they haven't, gone to the trouble, or they didn't think of, icing one side of the icy ground more than the other or anything like that.
Sure.
So whether they're being fair intentionally or just didn't think of it, things seem pretty balanced.
Okay. And what's the distance between the two courses? Are they like right next to each other?
No, there's well, yeah, I mean, it's not like there are two courses. It's like there's a single course, but you're supposed to stay on like one side of the road.
The lanes.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
And
So-
I will drag you over to what I made for this. It's not pretty, but
Okay, so
if you go to Roll20, you'll see it.
oh, yep.
Oh, man.
I'll turn it up. Here. Hold on, let me fix the map first. Oh, this was
So
great.
excited.
And I will
Amazing.
explain.
Awesome.
Actually, I can show you the rules that I typed up on Roll20 as well. There you go. You should have them in your
Oh,
journals.
this is great.
Thank you.
But basically, the way this is going to play out is both racers roll initiative. And then, you can move your speed or use any of your abilities. Each one of these arrows represents 40 feet for a total of 1,280 feet. You can, throughout this race, you can dash as many times as you want. You get it for free 3 times plus your constitution modifier. Any times beyond that, you have to make a constitution check or you gain a level of exhaustion. So those are the rules from like chases.
Yeah.
Whenever you come to an obstacle, you have to stop there for your turn and start your turn tackling the obstacle next time your turn comes around.
Okay.
The exception is the snowballs and then also the wall for embers, because you can just climb over it. So you get to ignore the wall. When you start at an obstacle, you make a check. I've got DCs for them, but the skill you use is up to you. The only stipulation is you can't use the same skill twice in a row. So you just tell me the skill you want to use and then sort of how it applies, and then make the check. And if you succeed, you pass unhindered and can use your speed just fine. If you fail, you pass, but can only move half speed for that turn.
Okay.
And I think that should be it. So basically, the two of you are at the start line now, and all the rest of the red caps have taken. Yep.
Before that, I'll just, as we're walking up to the course, and we get a better look at it, I'll lean over to Embers and be like, "You sure you don't want a little extra help? It's your last chance, probably, to get it."
If you think that neither you nor Rook or you know who I mean will need it, then I'd be happy to accept.
I mean, I'd rather you have it. Do you want help with being more graceful, or do you want help having more endurance?
Well,
Because I can give you advantage on Constitution checks or advantage on Dexterity checks.
let me see here.
It is a Constitution check,
Yeah.
not a save.
Right.
to
That's why I
dash,
brought up
so-
the endurance thing. So you might be able to.
Yeah, can we have like a quick team meeting before
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
the race?
If you ask for that, the Redcaps basically huddle up
Mhm.
like they
Yep.
did before,
Yeah.
and allow you guys to huddle up as well.
And
Also,
because-
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
So when you get to the snowball area, come close to us, weave towards us, and I have something for you as well.
Oh, okay.
Peppy's gonna zoom over, give Ember's hair a quick braid, and say, "I believe in you," and you get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, gotta find a D6 for that. And that lasts for a minute, right?
Isn't that last 10?
Uh,
10 minutes?
bardic, 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I'll be.
That's
I mean,
great.
you'll probably be through this in a minute, but
Cool.
Yeah. So what's it gonna be?
Constitution then.
Okay, then I will close my eyes and focus and murmur a little bit of druidic and cast Bear's Endurance. Give Ember's Bear's Endurance. So you also get some temporary HP from that.
Mm.
You get 4 temporary hit points because I rolled like crap.
I'll take it.
But it's better than nothing.
I still had
uh,
5 on my sheet for some reason. I don't remember why.
I don't know.
It's from
And
the,
yeah, advantage on
mantle of inspiration that I
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, then you
Is
get
there any sort
advantage
of-
on all Constitution checks. Yeah, for the next hour.
is there any sort of visual effect when you cast that, like a bear rising up out of the snow briefly, or I don't know? what have you?
I think I'm trying to be a little subtle about it. But there's probably, since there is snow in the area, it probably does kind of look like it's being blown on the wind, but it flows toward her and maybe creates like bear-shaped facial features or something around her before like settling into her fur.
Then yeah, as you guys break your huddle, the Redcaps break theirs too, and Mavis Marrowbow says, "All right, on the count of 3, zoom shroom. 1, 2, 3," and they all shout, "Zoom shroom!" And
We gotta do that.
they
We gotta
actually
do that.
like
Come on,
they
everybody in.
toss
Everybody
them up
in.
in the air a couple
Alright.
times.
Everybody in.
Alright,
Ready? On the
three.
count of 3, we'll do Embers. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Ember.
Birds! Go Silver Seekers!
Then yeah, do the rest of you basically go to the snowball area?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
'Cause you're free to take up any position you want, but that's where they've suggested you go anyways.
Do you want a Shield of Faith?
I think
Embers?
I'll be needing it. I have a plan.
Okay. I'll save it then.
So would you say we can take position anywhere?
Yep, along
Like-
the course.
Really? And
If you
then
want to.
and then our involvement is throwing snowballs only, or is it like she didn't specify?
Well, basically, they are going to be throwing snowballs at that point. You can technically take up residence anywhere you want on the course,
Okay.
but that's the snowball obstacle point. So
So we obviously don't want to be caught cheating, but
obviously,
if something were to happen, like in the maze where it gets really dark, do you think they would notice?
I don't know.
potentially not.
I think that's
We'll
a
find out.
yeah. I think it's a little risky.
Okay.
I think
Well,
Ember's got
So,
this.
well, actually, that's an interesting point. If we, and I have full faith in Ember, so I'm not really worried about this, but if something does strangely happen, that is towards the end, and maybe we can reposition,
Yeah, potentially.
right?
If
Is
you
it-
want to wait by the snowballs and then reposition after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I'm gonna
yeah.
start out with the snowballs.
Then you see Embers and Zoom Shroom take up their positions at the starting line. Zoom Shroom basically leans over to you, Embers, and says, "No matter what happens, no hard feelings, all right?" And gives you a cocky smile.
Embers looks at him and looks at her hand and looks back at him and says, "Right."
Then yeah, another one of the red caps basically walks onto the course in front of you, has their red cap in their hand, and they hold it up into the air, and they basically give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and they drop the hat. And let's roll initiative.
Oh my gosh. This is so
You
good.
need initiative from everybody or just from Embers?
Just for members
Okay.
for now. Yeah. You guys can basically jump in if there's something you want to do.
That's a 7.
7 total for embers. Okay. I rolled, let's see, a 17 for Zoom Shroom. So Zoom Shroom is going first. Let's go. Zoom Shroom basically takes off running. And you can see that he gets a little bit quicker reaction than you. So he's a couple feet ahead of you to start. And he is going to use his first of, let's see, he gets, was it 3 plus Constitution modifier? Or 2 plus Constitution modifier? I need to keep the rules up. 3.
3.
So he uses his first of 7 natural dashes to dash his full speed, which puts him at 50.
Oh,
How tall is the wall?
The wall looks to be like 30 feet tall, 20 feet tall. 30 would be huge.
Yeah.
Let's say 15 feet tall.
Okay.
That 30
um,
would be ginormous.
Yeah, it's not 30 feet tall. Like 15 feet tall. It's not that tall. But for a little red cap, it's pretty tall. Embers, then it's your turn.
all right. I'm going to use the first of my natural dashes and my first key point to move 160 feet.
Dang.
And I want to, in this initial burst of speed, if you'll allow me, to grab the cap before it hits the floor.
Oh, snap. Yeah, make a, I guess a sleight of hand, or yeah, it'd probably be sleight of hand check to
Yeah.
try and grab it.
That's a 23.
Oh yeah, you, before it even hits the ground, zoom past and grab it.
Okay.
And you can hear all the red caps go,
Nice.
So let's see, 40. I'm
Let's
gonna
be up.
track
8
distance there.
minus the wall, I guess.
40. Well, I mean, you can just basically ignore the wall.
Yeah.
You just keep going. So 40, 60, or so 40, I need to learn to count. 120. So since they reach 40 feet, you are pretty much right in front of the
I'm
wall.
at the wall. Okay, cool.
Yep. Then it is Zoom Shroom's turn, and he's lagging behind you 50 feet. But those of you who can see, Embers, you're pretty much, I think, eyes ahead, or would
Mhm.
Embers be looking back at this point?
No, it just looking straight ahead.
Okay. So you're like right in front of the wall, ready to scale it in a bound. But the rest of you can see that Zoom Shroom pulls something out of his pocket. Wiry looking mushroom, and he goes, and he pops it in his mouth. And you can see there's like an instant change as his limbs begin to move faster. And he now gets the benefit of the haste spell.
Oh, what?
Is this Super
Yup.
Mario? Jeez.
Yeah,
gosh.
pretty much.
So his base speed of 25 becomes 50. And if he dashes, he can go 100. And with the haste spell, he can go 150.
So are we all holding actions to throw snowballs at Zoom Shroom? that
I
kinda
mean,
what we're
if you
doing?
want to, or if you want to like run back and try and do something, you can always do that.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to the sidelines of where the wire crawl is, and I'm gonna hold a spell for embers. Because it's right before the snowballs. So at the end of the wire crawl.
I think I'll be standing at the wall. And how wide is it?
The wall, it basically, I mean, it's
Is
not,
it like
it's basically made out of planter boxes and things like that. So it's not super wide, a couple feet.
oh okay, never mind then. I'll go snowballs.
You want to put the other tokens on here so people can see, like, people can like take up positions.
Yeah, sure. I'll go grab them. Yeah. Hold on. I didn't think we'd need them, but I guess we do.
Rah, rah, rah. Tuppy's throwing Druidcraft flowers everywhere. Rah, rah, rah. Let's go. This is fun.
All right, there you all are. So basically, at the end of Zoomshroom's turn, the two of you are kind of neck and neck as he basically comes up to the wall and prepares to scale it.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Gonna have to use another dash if I hope to keep up with this. Let's see. I can't use my feline agility a second time yet, and I kind of want to conserve my key points, so I think I'm just gonna go 80 feet.
Okay. So that puts you sort of like halfway between the wall and the ground. You leap up over the wall
Yeah.
and leave Zoomshroom behind.
Mhm.
I think when you use the haste spell, you still have to use the dash action for that extra action you get. So those still do count against his dashes. I'll keep that in mind.
Because the same thing is gonna happen for me when I start using key points to bonus action dash. I think those are gonna count against my total too.
Yeah, I think they will. Well, when his turn starts, he basically attempts to scale the wall with athletics. We'll roll +6. It's only an 11, but the DC for the wall is 12. So he fails and can
No.
only go half of his speed, which means he could go 150. He can go 75 now. I should have a calculator up.
I'm keeping count. He gets 10 rounds of this.
Yep, please do. So he ends up at 235, which is 4, 8. I should have numbered these. I did not think about that. 8, 12, 16, 20. He's a little bit behind you here, kind of on this one there.
Okay.
Then it's Ember's turn.
All right, let's see. I am going to. Got a dash again. So it's my third free one out of my 5. I can get up to almost to the icy ground.
Okay. Then he will use his last 2 free dashes on his turn to go another 150, which puts him at 385. And shoot, so that's I really should have numbered this. This is so hard to track. So 20. Actually, if one of you wanted to like draw on numbers while we're doing this, that would actually be super helpful. Just at like certain intervals.
So he's at the 9th one.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So he's right, but he's right with Embers.
Yep. He ends basically right in front of the icy ground. Okay. Then it is Ember's turn.
Okay. Embers is going to use her 4th dash and go over the icy ground using acrobatics to
Okay.
maintain her footing.
Make that check.
Okay. This is my best skill. Roll with the cat dice. Ooh, at 24.
Yeah, easily beat it. So you basically go skating across this ice, not even losing momentum at all, sliding across it gracefully as any cat ever could. And we'll see how he does.
Amber, she's so cool.
So this
Think
is
he
round
will-
4.
This is his round 4, yes.
Okay, but so he has. Okay, I see.
He has 6 more.
Okay.
He will use perception to try and find the least icy spots and kind of run through those, succeeding. So he's able to use his full 150, putting him at 385 plus, oops, 535 feet, which is kind of in between Embers and the wire crawl.
Okay. I need to use my
Oh,
last free dash, plus I'm gonna try and use a second one with a key point. Okay, let's see here. So this is a Constitution check, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I've got advantage on these, and the DC is what, 10?
it's a little bit higher than that for the,
Higher.
let's see, you're at the wire crawl now. Oh, for the Constitution check. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
my bad. That's 10.
Yep, that's 17. So no problem.
Nice.
Mark off a key point. And I go ahead 120. Now I'm right at the wire call now.
Perfect. Yeah, so next turn you'll start at the wire crawl.
Mhm.
Zoomshroom's turn. He's not going to use the dash action because he can basically get to the wire crawl and you have to stop your turn at the obstacles. So he catches up to Embers, and then both of you are pretty much neck and neck at the wire crawl.
Okay. Let's see, what skill do I want to use here? I'm gonna go with. Let's do. I'm gonna go with survival for the wire crawl.
Okay. Yeah, survival works.
That's a 15.
15 does the trick. So what is that? How does Embers use survival to navigate that?
Embers is thinking of the time when she has had to steal food from farmers before, just to like survive. And remembers the like chicken wire that she had to get under, even though she was huge, but managed to get it off without a hitch.
Nice. So you see Embers kind of crawling carefully but strategically through the chicken wire and emerging out the other side, able to use your full speed.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and dash again. Put myself here if this works. If not, I
So-
guess.
I'm gonna flag you over close enough to within 30 feet if that's possible. I'm on
Okay.
the sidelines
Mhm.
of that. Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Embers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, interesting.
And the Sanctuary spell is let's see, what does it do? Creatures that make an attack against the target have to make a Wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, they must choose a new target or lose the attack.
I can move with that, right? That sanctuary moves with me.
Yes, it
Mhm.
is on
Okay.
you, and if you make an attack, then it cancels. So as long as you don't attack anything, it'll stay on you for a minute.
Cool. I got a 13 on that Constitution save or check, so I'm good.
Perfect. How many turns does Zoomshroom have left anyways with
This
this
is his
haste?
7th.
7. So getting to the end. Gotta get some ground here. Let's see. So for the wire crawl, we'll do.
Is this his 6th or 7th? I
This
I
is-
think it's the 7th
I
turn
s-
of the race, but the 6th turn.
Yeah,
with
it's the
You're
haste,
right.
sixth.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
because he didn't use it the
The
first turn.
6th. Yeah.
Doesn't really have very many good skills, so we're just gonna go for acrobatics. And he fails, so he can only go half speed, but he's going to try and dash for both of them. Constitution is +4, so succeeds and succeeds.
As soon
So
as he's
that's-
out through the wire crawl, I'm throwing snowballs at him
Oh, okay, right from there.
right from the start.
Go ahead and make a dexterity based, like a ranged attack then.
Do I have proficiency in throwing snowballs?
I think if anyone does, it's you.
I'm an Arctic Circle druid. So.
Um,
All right. So dexterity based. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 22.
You hit, and that reduces his speed by 5, so he actually only gets to 680 instead of 685.
When
So
can
I
the-
basically just throw this snowball and get him right in the face, and then I just jump like, oh, did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? Got him.
Does he have to make a concentration check for snowball hitting?
It doesn't
him?
do any damage, just
Oh, okay.
slows him down. But basically what happens is he gets a little bit past Embers, and as he's running by, he turns to stick his tongue at you, but that's when the Elwyn snowball catches him right in the face. And he
Nice.
just goes spits the snow out.
Nice. When can the rest of us throw snowballs? Next
I
round?
think
or-
starting on his next turn,
Okay,
probably.
sounds good.
He should be, I think, a little bit,
Did I not bring Elwyn over?
Behind
My
me.
bad.
because we both started at the wire race and he's going 25, 25, 25, and I went 80.
He's going 50, 50, 50.
But I thought he got slowed down by the wire crawl.
Sure did.
Oh, he sure did. You're right. My bad. Let me take back some of his distance then. He should be behind you. I need to take back 75. So yeah, he's only at 600. 605 technically. Cool. Yeah, so he's like coming up to catch up with you, and then he sticks out his tongue, and then he gets the snowball.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Embers, it's your turn. But starting this turn, if the rest of you are throwing snowballs, the red caps are going to throw their snowballs too,
Mhm.
if they can, because of Sanctuary.
So they have to make a wisdom save. It's DC 14 for every single attack.
And don't make any of those attacks yet.
Okay.
Because let's see, should I do this before or after? I'm gonna spend a key point before, or I guess I'll spend it right at the start to dodge
Oh, nice.
as a bonus action, and then I'll dash.
Well, they're going to make their wisdom saves. One failure,
Hanging
two
in there
failures,
on the dash.
one success. Plus wisdom, that's another failure.
Yeah.
And one more success. So only two are
Wow.
able to make their
Yes.
snowball attacks, and they're at
Nice.
disadvantage.
And they're at disadvantage.
Nice. Nice one,
So
Rook.
that's a 13
Misses.
and another miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
And I went ahead 80 because I'm hanging in there on those con saves. Thanks largely to that enhanced ability.
It's really good.
So Embers begins dodging and weaving through the snowballs, and I guess now it's time for Zoom Shroom to try and do the same. Who wants to make snowball attacks?
Ooh.
Oh,
ooh,
me.
Ooh.
Me.
Do it.
All right.
Can we all throw it at the same time?
Yep. So for most
Yeah.
of you, it's just a dexterity roll.
Got another
Elwyn-
22.
nice. Elwyn gets proficiency because she's from a snowy place, so that makes sense.
I got a 5.
Got a 2.
Okay, 2 misses, 1 hit. How
I
did
threw
Elwyn's
another
do?
one.
So what we add our dex to it, to what
Tuppence,
we
would-
roll?
Would you throw with your mage hand?
Why not?
Then you could do charisma, I suppose.
Charisma. Okay. So that is a 12.
A 12 misses.
Okay.
So it looks like only 1 hit. So his speed will be reduced by 5. But he is going to try and
Come on, you
double
gotta put your
dash.
elbow into it more.
Well, I have something else
Ooh.
up my sleeve, so don't worry.
He gets his first failure, which means he is disadvantaged on ability checks, which is kind of a big deal.
Perfect.
But he gets to go his full 150 or 145
Minus,
because
yeah, -5.
so
Would
that
it
puts him
be-
at 7?
I was about to say, would that be 135?
Yeah. Is it 45, 45, 45 now? If you reduce the speed and then multiply it, or
I
is
guess
it?
that is how it would work. Guess that is how it.
Heck yes.
Both of us are like, how about that? Finishing the glasses up, actually.
So
Actually, technically.
yeah, 1. I'm bad at math. What did you say, Zach?
That was 135. That's what Nick was saying.
135. Okay. Which puts him at 740, which I think is still a little bit behind Embers. So struggling to keep up.
I'm struggling to keep ahead. I managed it this time, so I'm going to dash again.
Okay.
80 feet.
Which puts you nearly past the snowball section.
That's not like a thing I have to stop for, right?
No,
Okay.
but that does remind me, I'm going to try throwing snowballs at you again from the red caps.
Also,
Yeah.
Ethan, you said he was at 740, right? Or is he at 640? Right now he's at 640.
740.
So you need to move
740.
him up a little bit.
Okay, there we go.
That's where he's
Also,
at.
these guys still have to make wisdom checks to hit me.
Yes.
Oh,
Wisdom
sorry.
saves.
My
But
connection
they're not-
failed. That's why.
They're
it's
not
looking.
at disadvantage anymore.
No, I'm not dodging.
2 failures. 3 failures. 1 success. And another failure. So only 1 snowball gets to come at you, but it's not a disadvantage this time.
It's not.
And it's a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
So Embers, your speed is -10 because theirs have rocks in them.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Yep, their
Oh,
snowballs
wow.
are packed with rocks. As this thing slams into you, you can feel the
Oof.
pain of rocks colliding with you.
All right, so I only get 60 this time then.
And you can see, the rest of you can see the Marrowbow gang basically like high-fiving the one that hit Embers and like cheering them. Ah, you did it!
Can we pack
Look at her
rocks in ours
bleed.
too?
If you want to.
I think we do.
Yeah. They're gonna play dirty.
Oh, yeah. What else do I have in my inventory? I'm going to put a sword in one of them.
Oh, wait. Ethan,
Mhm.
Ethan.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I
Catch missiles?
deflect missiles?
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't do damage, so
It
you
doesn't
just
do damage. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
sweet.
want to
That's
throw
amazing.
it back.
I'm going to spend that key point and throw it back.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh my god. I didn't know you could do that already.
Yep. Let's see. This is. I think it's just it's a 10. I was a very low roll.
So you catch it and throw it back, and it
Mhm.
basically they're all going to high five this one that they thought hit you.
Mhm.
And it just goes directly over that one's head, and they're just basically like, ah, what's going on? You can see they're freaking out and like, she threw it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent key point to do that, but I did do my full 80 feet.
Nice.
Perfect. I think this should be round 8 of haste.
I'm going to pack firecrackers in my snowball.
Oh
That
my
does-
god.
That does drop sanctuary, I'm pretty sure.
If I
Yes,
do
it
no,
does.
not if. Oh,
No,
yeah, you
because
didn't
she-
attack. Yeah.
threw the
Oh, that's right.
snowball
That's right.
back.
But Embers is almost out of the snowball section,
Yeah, I'm
so
almost out of snow zone.
Oh boy, if I dash, things are gonna start getting bad.
Yeah, because you got that disadvantage
Got that
all ability checks
disadvantage.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 1 dash instead of 2.
And we can still throw snowballs, right?
Yes,
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm packing mine with rocks.
Oh, yeah.
did succeed on the
Oh, come on.
disadvantage check, so that's
Got
good.
it.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
These rocks are too heavy.
I rolled an 8.
I got a
Distracted
17.
by
Yes,
I'm
Sakan.
distracted
Yes.
by Rook trying to pack it with dynamite. I'm like, what are you doing?
17 hits, even with the armor class boost to from haste.
Nice.
Teppy rolled 16.
16 also hits with the armor class
Ooh,
boost.
Nice. Let's go.
So
Get
speed
him.
reduced by 20. Was gonna go 50-50. Will now go 30-30. So
60.
60.
Oh, he's still in range, isn't he? Get him again.
That's 800. Zoom's basically just a little bit. What's Embers at right now?
I have not been keeping track of my own stuff.
Oh,
I've just been moving myself along the like in between check marks since
Gotcha,
everyone's
gotcha.
40. 2, 3, 4, 5.
well, he moves to 800, so he's pretty much right there, right
Okay.
up with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
can-
we're probably neck and neck at this point.
Can Sultan throw a snowball too?
Maybe next round. He's already moved his speed. This
That's
time.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. I totally forgot.
If I can dash.
This will be the last time that they get to throw snowballs.
Oh yeah, that's an easy dash. I got a nat 20 on that one actually.
I'm gonna make a bunch of snowball attacks though.
Oh,
Does
okay.
a 16 do it?
No.
Another 16.
Miss.
20.
That'll hit. Unless,
Uh,
well, this is the last. I can deflect one. So tell me if you get any other successes.
Well, there was a 19 there.
Oh yeah, that's the second success.
And that was 4 rolls, so 1 more. And then another miss.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna deflect. Yeah, I'll deflect one of these.
So speed minus 10, but yeah, you get rid of one of those, bat it away.
Okay. Would it have gone down to 20 if I had taken both hits?
Yes.
All right, so I move head 60 then instead of 80.
Which puts you at about 860. Okay. Make your snowball attacks. This will probably be the last time you get to make snowball attacks against
Round
this red cap.
9. All right. Here we go.
Ember's still in the snowball zone, or did she
No, I'm
clear
gonna
it?
say Embers is clear now.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna throw another snowball. Here we go.
19.
That'll hit.
Mm,
I got a
I got
4.
another. Got another 22.
shoot.
2 hits.
What? So I don't have proficiency.
So it's just dexterity for you.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, you said only on window. So I got a 12 and Soul got a 16.
Souls hits.
Mine does
It's-
not have rocks in it because I play fair.
Does Tuppence's have rocks?
The only thing Tuppence could sneak in there is one of her little tiny darts, but I don't think we'll worry about it.
Okay, so 2 without rocks, and how about Soul?
Oh yeah.
Soul have rocks.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
1 with
Yeah.
rocks.
I specifically instructed him like, you put rocks in that. Get him.
Okay, so
As long as
speed
it's not the
minus 20.
dynamite.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
dynamite.
I will attempt one Constitution check here at disadvantage. Barely a success. These are getting dangerous. These are really dangerous. So that's 100, or well, it'd be 50 minus 20, so 30, so plus
90.
60. Well, he's not going 3. He's just doing.
Oh, it's just going 1. Okay.
Because the dashes are so dangerous right now. Putting him at 860 out of the snowball zone.
Arrgh.
And 1 more turn of haste.
Yep.
You can see that he's huffing and puffing and gritting his teeth as he's starting to slow down. Embers, you're up.
See if I can haste. Not haste, but dash. Okay, yep, that's a 19. So Embers goes 40 feet or 80 feet. I'm now at 940.
Okay. Then for his last turn of haste, I'm going to attempt two Constitution checks. There's 1 success,
Advantage.
and there's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is
half,
this speed halved?
half speed from this turn onward, but I'm gonna give him the full speed for this turn.
Got this,
So this
Embers.
is, and that's also his last round of haste, right?
Yep, so that's plus 150, which puts him at 1,010 feet. Well, so he basically has to stop in front of the hurdles,
Yeah.
which is 960.
Am I at the hurdles? Where are the hurdles?
The hurdles should be at 960 because they're 40 behind 1,000.
Okay, so I'm not yet at the hurdles.
Then it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna not dash because it doesn't matter,
Mhm.
and just go up to the hurdles.
All right, where you can see that he is basically doubled over and wastes a turn doing nothing.
Yes.
Okay, Tuppence is gonna fly over on top of Embers and sprinkle pixie dust.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
I appreciate the help, but I feel like, okay, you were positioned yourself here. Okay, this is what you're here for. Because I was feel in my head, I'm like, if you weren't here already, you're in the middle of a race. You're never gonna catch either of us. But yeah, cool. So I get to fly over these hurdles.
So you do. But your fly speed is only 30 feet.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, I just realized Elvin isn't
that's-
here, so pop her in.
That's
Yeah,
true. Well, maybe you can
basically.
get over. Maybe you can get over one or two of them with
How-
no problem.
What's the length of the
What's-
hurdles?
I mean, it's not very long. She could, if she used her fly speed, she could go over them all. Basically, it would just mean you don't have to make a check here.
Yeah, I've already used my acrobatics check, and I don't have another.
Well, but
good
the last
check
one
to
you
use
used
here.
was survival, so you can use acrobatics again.
I
You
can
just
use it
can't
more than
use
once, just not in a row.
Yep.
I get you. I get you. I think, and I apologize, Tuppence, but I might. How long does the pixie dust last?
A minute, I think.
Okay. Maybe I'll
all.
use it to go
Would
over
it
the
at least-
snow maze.
Would it? Oh, I was gonna say if she can fly, would that give her advantage on her acrobatics checks?
She could just ignore the obstacle.
That's true. But like if she
Um,
wanted to keep
You
her,
want
her
you want me to
speed.
move over to fly over to the snow maze and meet you
No,
there?
no, I think
You've
you
already
use it.
done it,
You
yeah.
use it here. I can
Okay.
fly already, but I think I'm gonna wait to fly as like a solution to a problem until I get to the snow maze.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna use acrobatics here. Oof, that's just a 10.
Did you
Uh,
use your bardic inspiration?
I didn't. Let me do that. Hey, that's a 6. So I got a 16.
You needed that bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
You succeed though. You make it over the hurdles.
You are the wind. Oh, we can't sing this song on air.
Tuppence sprinkles her pixie dust over it, and you remember that
Yeah.
boost of confidence you got when Tuppence said you could do it.
I can move my full movement here, right?
Yeah,
passed-
you
I passed
you
the
get your whole movement since you passed.
Oh, that's I failed that Constitution throw though.
So you're down to half speed now.
No, I haven't
Oh
failed
yeah.
any.
Oh right. Only
Yeah.
right.
So I have disadvantage on ability checks, I think.
Mhm.
Okay, but I do go 80 feet.
Means your con checks will be straight
Yes.
rolls from here on out.
Zoom Shroom, however, is down to half speed, and well, first I have to make a check at these hurdles, I guess. I know what check I'm going to make. Zoom Shroom makes an athletics check and ignores the hurdles and just barrels through them all. Oh, I have to make that a disadvantage though. Still a success, but less spectacularly. And then I can only move half speed. I guess I have to make a constitution check to try and dash.
At disadvantage.
Yep, fails that.
Oh no.
Zoom
What's he at?
Shroom moves 20 feet because 25 halved is 10, I guess, technically.
Oh
Um,
man.
And gets another level of exhaustion. So that's disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. We'll just keep going, Zoom Shroom.
Okay.
That's it.
Embers moves 40 feet. This seems like this race is over.
Yeah, it probably is. All right, Zoom Shroom's gonna keep trying to dash though. It's one success. That's two successes. Or no, only one dash this time.
Mhm.
So it's gonna go another 20 feet. Putting him at 990.
Okay, Embers
And
moves
he basically shouts,
another 40.
"Get back here!"
Yeah, feeling a little bit of the exhaustion come through. Embers doesn't feel like pushing her luck that much, so she's just going her movement.
Okay.
And also added key
Um,
points because of all those rocks
Zoom
that roll
Shroom
back.
attempts to dash again and fails. That Constitution check, so goes
Oh
the
no.
goes the dash, but gains another level exhaustion.
I mean he's gonna die soon.
His speed will go to 0 and he'll stop, right? So, I
Hit
mean,
point
he'll be
maximum
alright.
is now halved.
Oh no.
This poor guy.
The next one is speed 0. So
Embers, you're up.
Embers gets to the snow maze.
And then your turn ends there. Zoom Shroom tries to dash again. Succeeds and goes another 20.
This poor guy.
130.
If we hit him with like 5 snowballs, would he go backwards?
Yeah, probably. All right,
Um,
Embers. What do you
I'm
got?
gonna fly over the snow maze.
So you're moving.
I think it
60.
looks like she's running, but like she's like running on air over the maze.
Your feet just like barely skimming over the tops of it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Cool.
go another 40.
30 for this one because the flying speed is shorter.
Oh right. Thank you.
Not that it really matters. All right, Zoom Shroom. Another success. And goes another 20. Goes to 1050. Almost at the snow maze.
All right, another 40 foot forward.
Come on, Zoom Shroom. One of those was a natural 20, but too bad he has disadvantage. Goes another 20 feet and speed falls to 0. Just before the snow maze,
Oh,
he just
no.
Oh, no.
collapses into the ground.
Oh man.
Embers looks behind her.
Yep.
I can't really see him, I don't think, because of the snow maze.
You
Mhm.
just see Ellen going, keep going.
And doesn't move this turn.
Well, you never see Zoom Shroom come through the maze. It just
Okay.
never happens. So
And on Embers' turn, she just shrugs and turns around and uses her feline agility to finish the race.
zoom across the finish line.
Yeah.
The Redcaps are running this way. The Marrowbow Gang, they're running to greet you, but they're all pretty slow, so they aren't quite here yet. Your group will regroup before they reach you.
All right.
Just
I
jump
am
on
not.
Embers and give her a big hug.
An
Yeah.
endurance runner, let me tell you that.
Great
you
job,
did really
Embers.
great. You did wonderfully.
Obstacles, schmobstacles.
You made it look so easy.
Yeah, good job.
I do feel a bit of pride winning against somebody who is cheating.
He was really fast for most of it.
He's pushing himself a little bit too hard though. I'm gonna kind of walk over and check on him, actually. Pull him up out of the
Yeah.
some of the Redcaps
Yeah.
have gotten there, and they've got
Okay.
Zoom Shroom like between their shoulders, and they're dragging him over in your direction.
Okay.
And when they catch up with you, you can see he's just like exhausted. He's basically halfway to passed out at this point. And he just kind of looks at Embers and goes, "All right, good race," and then conks out, just like falls unconscious.
No hard feelings.
What'd you do with the cap also? Do you still have it?
Embers is like twirling on the finger.
Oh yeah, that red cap basically is going to come and try and snatch that from you.
Embers is very tall and just lifts her hand up in the air, still twirling it on the finger.
Yeah, he fails to try and get it from you. So, hey, give it back! Come on!
What'll he pay me?
Not how any of this works. Give it back, or I'll kick you.
You can if you can catch me.
What is your AC?
18.
18. Let's see. Oh, it's not an AC thing. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Sure.
Just
day.
finishes a race and dares them to catch him.
Well, maybe not all day. Has an 8 to do.
That's not a success. His big
It's a
boot
natural
comes-
1. That's the
big
worst I can
boot
possibly do.
stomps on your foot
Mhm.
hard, and this
Ah!
boot is really heavy. You take going with average damage, 20 points of bludgeoning damage,
What?
What?
and are knocked prone as he just kicks
What?
you,
Wow.
Wow.
and then he snatches
my
the hat
God.
back, puts the hat back on angrily, and marches away.
20 damage. Oh my god.
Need some
Ow.
healing.
Embers is like, why am I in the snow? What happened?
Oh my gosh.
Help Embers out.
Yeah.
brush the snow off of her fur.
Red
I
caps are
feel
nasty.
like it's a good thing that we didn't end up fighting.
Yeah, probably shouldn't
Shouldn't taunt
egg
them
them
too
on
much.
like
Yeah.
that.
I was feeling, I don't know.
I get it.
Anyway, what's next?
Yeah, Mavis comes up and kind of looks at the group of you.
I'm gonna change it off the map, if that's.
Oh yeah, go for it. Though Mavis comes up and says, "All right, fine. You won the first one, but deal's a deal. We get to pick the second one."
Yep.
She kind of looks at her Redcap gang. Well, if we do drinking, it's up to Chugs, and I don't trust Chugs with this. So we're gonna wrestle, and it's me. You're against me. Who's your wrestler?
I am.
Ha!
I wave.
Easy game. All right, this way. And she
Yeah,
starts
this isn't
marching
going to be
off.
much of a fight.
Oh my god.
She starts marching off towards the center of town.
All right. All right.
Embers limps along, this time for real, not faking it.
Meanwhile, pretty much like right next to Embers, two of the red caps are basically dragging Zoomshroom through the snow, just unconscious.
Oh,
Aw.
And yeah, Mavis basically leads you to the center of town, right back to that set of stones, and starts to explain how this is going to work. Zach, I know you just turned off the map,
No,
but I
that's
have
fine.
one for this
Yep,
too.
yep.
A much better map, in fact.
I really liked that other map though. That was great.
This one I had built in advance. I didn't have to slap it together. But
we
I
go.
actually made this map myself, and I'm very proud of it. I think
Yeah, it
looks
looks
good.
it's the
great.
fairy ring.
Looks so good.
Nice.
Nice.
Mavis basically takes Elwyn to the center of the ring, and I will show you the rules for wrestling. She basically explains that, you're gonna, she explains the rules in game, but I'm gonna explain them out of game. To start, you roll initiative. Throughout, you have to stay within reach of your opponent, so 5 feet, but you can move around your opponent, on your turn. Instead of rolling against every single check, you're going to have a wrestling DC, which is just 8 plus your proficiency plus your strength.
Sorry, Ethan. I accidentally closed the rules. Can you open them up again so they're on the stream? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, it should be
They're
showing
in your journal.
players. Yeah, you
Uh,
can open them back
let
up
me-
on your own.
oh, okay. Let me do that. Sorry. Go ahead.
On your turn, you can do 2 things. Basically, an action, and I've listed some basic wrestling actions here. And then you can do like a 5-foot move, so you kind of navigate around your opponent. The actions that I listed are shove or pull, which is basically you make an athletics check to try and move your opponent. Dig in, which is you basically resist, being moved yourself, or reposition, which is you can move more than the 5 feet, but still within, distance of your opponent. And then when things get close to the ring, the edge of the ring, which is these fences on the sides, that's when it comes to knocking a wrestler out of the ring. And basically then, instead of using the wrestler DC, it's 3 athletics checks opposed, and the person trying to push the other out of the ring has to win 2 of 3. So
Hey.
Mavis finishes explaining that, in the game, and then says, "So, what do you think? Got what it takes?"
Well, I'm gonna do the best I can do.
She looks really confident. She
Okay.
tears off her sleeves, and you can see on both arms there is a tattoo of a broken bone with blood dripping out of it and forming a hair bow shape. But it's on both arms, identical tattoos.
Okay.
Oh
Yep.
God, I'm just trying to.
She throws her sleeves at an adoring crowd of red caps.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to enhance my ability or not. But I have the motor cleats, which would basically give me advantage on everything as long as they don't break. But I can't cast enhance ability after I'm an ape.
It's up to you.
Mm.
And if you need a reminder about what the inventions do, they're up at the top of the
I see.
rules. Yeah, very
Yeah.
good inventions, trademark.
Hey, so Tuppy will do the same thing and fly over to Owen and say, "You got this. I know it." You get a bardic inspiration.
Sweet. That's a D6.
Yep.
Hang on to that right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to save my enhance ability for the third one, just in case I flub this. We'll need it. And I've got maybe a chance. So as she's flexing and ripping off her sleeves, Elwyn she'll leave her staff with Rook and go inside, and she'll rub her hands together and breathe out, and she'll be like, "Pardon me if I don't want to ruin this dress. It's real nice." And she'll take a step back and kind of tumble forward and transform into the ape.
As you do so, you can hear gasps from all of the red caps, but Mavis kind of, as she now has to look up at you, basically like her eyes pan upward towards the, where the ape's head is. And she just goes, "Holy shit."
So Rook
And
is
I've
there, and
Got
he's
the cleats and the gloves.
yeah. I was gonna say he's helping fasten the cleats and gloves.
Rook's the ring girl helping
Yeah.
get the gloves on.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. That's his job.
And
Kinda
before you
rubbing
go
her
in,
shoulders.
I'll give you I'll give you guidance.
Oh,
So you
nice.
get a
Yeah, thank
D4 on
you.
an ability check.
I get you could do Shield of Faith too if you wanted on this one. Actually,
It's concentration, I think. No?
For you. Yeah.
There
not
aren't
for
really
me.
attack rolls either.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
don't think
Yeah.
there's
true.
any
That's
So it's
true.
not
AC,
it's
Never
not my
mind.
AC that
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
fighting against. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Unless they play dirty again, which they probably are.
Okay, so
Maybe.
the wrestling DC is 8 plus proficiency plus strength. $13.
Yeah, so for Mavis, that works out to 14. For you, you said 13?
I think the strength is +3, proficiency is +2. So 13.
Let's see, 8. Actually, it works out to 15 for Mavis because she's stronger than the average red cap. Cool.
Well, fuck.
Are you ready?
No, but we're gonna do it anyway, aren't we?
Mavis takes a low ready position in the ring and basically looks up at this ape and says, "All right, well, you might be bigger, but bigger they are, the harder they fall."
Can I pound my chest and try to intimidate her before we start?
Sure.
Just to see if it works. Where is my intimidation score? There it is. Okay, that is the third 18 I've rolled tonight. Natural 18.
So the rolls can
So-
only get worse from here.
That's a 21 intimidation.
I will give her disadvantage on her initiative.
All right. I'm gonna do this one. Roll shit initiative.
2.
7.
7. Okay. Even with her disadvantage, she's going first.
Yeah.
And she basically takes a low position in the ring and looks ready for you to make an attempt to shove or pull her as she takes the dig in action.
Okay, so I have
Means
disadvantage,
that, yep, you have disadvantage when you try and pull or shove her.
and it would give her advantage if I fail.
Mhm.
All right.
And then it's you.
Yep. Okay, crap. I'm intimidated. Work backwards. All right. Let's try the motor cleats to give me
Okay.
a straight roll. What's a natural 1? You're going in jail. No, thank
Okay.
you.
So
No
yeah,
more.
you basically power up the motor cleats and try and do you try and shove her or pull her?
Shove.
Yeah,
I
you try
think.
and push her back, and she just digs in her iron boots into the ground, and you can see that they push back a little bit, but not a lot, and they basically create this trough of dirt in the ground as she holds her spot.
Great.
Also
off
roll
to
to see if
great
the
start.
motor cleats break.
Yep, I'm not rolling that one anymore.
Oh my
Another
god.
natural one. Are you serious?
Oh no.
There goes my natural one.
Oh no.
In jail. That
So
was a natural one.
the first use, the motor cleats rev, and
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
basically
no.
like try and push against Mavis, but she holds still, and basically there's a cracking sound,
Oh no.
a sparking, and then they just begin to like fall apart. Like the screws begin to like shoot out. Like smoke is billowing up from them,
Yeah.
and they basically fall apart on your feet.
It's not gonna go well.
And Mavis
Executive.
is like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Epi
Um,
immediately looks at Rook and shakes her finger.
Like you didn't put them on properly.
What?
Well, let's go to the next game, guys. That was
Yeah.
fun.
We can just call it. Wait, so what? Well, okay, so that was her. That was
It's
me.
still your
That was
turn.
your turn.
Yeah. Well, that was me trying to push her and
Yeah, yeah.
failing.
Mhm. So you can move 5 feet if you want to.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Okay. Sorry. I'm just freaking out immensely. I don't think it matters if I move because we're still in the center. So I'm gonna stay
Yep.
put. I'm just gonna use my movement to kick the cleats off and stamp my feet a little bit.
She is now going to try and push you, though, at advantage because she dug in
Yep.
with a 20, which beats your DC. I'm actually
Oh,
going to,
absolutely.
before she does that, she's going to move down there. She's going to push you at an angle like that. She basically
Great.
starts digging in and pushing you. This is how it's done, and like
Ooh.
moving you inch by inch forward.
Yep. Yep. All
Your
right.
turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig in,
Okay,
but I'm gonna move. I think I'll move here first and then I'll dig in.
nice.
Just
Then
shouting at her an ape. Breathing out of my nostrils.
She will try to shove you again, but a disadvantage because you've dug in. And she fails. So she tries to like get a grip on you, and you have just taken this solid stance, and she can't move you this turn.
Great.
Yeah, she'll move to there. Your turn.
I can't believe I rolled 2 ones in a row. I'm just
That's
like, that's my
ridiculous.
luck, you guys. You trusted me with this. Yeah, I am going to use the gloves and do a shove. Yeah. And I have advantage.
Mhm.
Sweet. Let's do these two. Oh, crap. Missed my tower. Oh, that's another natural 18.
Okay, success.
That is my number of the night.
2 things you can roll today.
Yeah.
18
One's
or a
an
1.
18.
Right.
So that's an athletics check, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a 23.
Okay, yeah, you shove her or pull her.
And I shove her 10 feet.
Yep.
And I have to roll another d20 to make sure I didn't break my gloves. Okay, that's an 11.
Okay, you didn't break your
Okay.
gloves. The DC for that increases to 2 now.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that you can
So,
move
yeah.
her 10 feet.
Okay, I can't actually move her,
Oh,
but
right.
please push her 10 feet. Yeah. And then I have to go with her, right?
Mhm. So I'll just actually move you both.
Thanks. That's helpful. And then I'll just kind of do a big toothy ape grin at her.
Okay. She is going to try and pull you. With a natural 20, she succeeds on her athletics check and basically pulls both of you another step towards
Wait, isn't
the
she
edge
out
of
of the ring? Isn't she out of the
No,
ring
it's
now?
it's this far ring.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
we were doing just the middle ring. Okay, this is going to be a lot harder.
Your
Okay.
turn, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, if that's how she wants to play it, I'm gonna use the gloves again.
Okay.
Here we go. Use it until we lose it.
Yeah. They're there for.
Might as well.
That's a 17.
17 beats her DC.
Ah, so I push her 10 feet
I'll go ahead and
in
do
that direction. Still just. Yeah.
Yes.
And let's see. I think I have to stay within 5 feet of her.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
Roll your
Alright.
glove.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Ah! Okay, that's a 19. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay. She is going to
Now the
move.
DC is 3.
She's going to move to here, and then she digs in for her turn.
Okay. Then I am going to. Yeah, not taking that bait again. I'm going to move here, and I'm also going to dig in.
Okay. That just applies to the next shove.
Mm.
So I guess it continues onward. But she'll take the bait, I guess, and attempt to pull you at disadvantage. Nope, that's a failure. She tries to grab onto you, but you're sidestepping out of the way, and she can't manage to get a grip on you. You're too evasive.
Great. I'm going to use those gloves again. Let's do it. Advantage.
Single roll because her dig in still applies because it
Oh.
applies to your next shove.
Well, these were both. I rolled 2, and they were both. They both would have passed. So
Okay.
they were. It was like a 13 on die plus 5. So. Yeah. Real good. Good stuff.
Okay. Once
Roll
you
your glove. Again. Sorry. I'm gonna be that guy.
it's 3 now, right?
It is 3 now.
Okay, we're good. That was a 14.
These
So now it's 4.
spring-loaded gloves are hanging in there. They are just sending her flying each time you use them.
I'm gonna like shoulder tap
Um,
and see. Wasn't me. Those were working fine.
Thank goodness. It's so scary.
Let's see.
How does she manage to look graceful even as an 8?
She repositions herself to here, I think. And then, yeah, she'll dig in again.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to move here. And I'm going to dig in.
Okay, so this is the loop. All right.
This
Here
is
we
the
go.
loop we're caught in. Come on.
Let's see. Yeah, she will try to. Actually, you know what? She is basically just going to, using the weight of her boots, just kind of like swing around you and use the reposition move to go to there.
Okay. I can move here. And does dig in persist, or do I need to do it again?
It persists. Oh, yeah.
It persists.
So, because it just applies to the next shove or pull against you.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, then I'll just go ahead and try to shove her. at
Okay, so you do have
disadvantage.
disadvantage on
Yeah.
this one.
I'm just gonna do it.
Bardic inspiration, no.
I do.
Yeah, if you
I
need
do
it.
need it. I do need it, but I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna use it because it's. Wait.
Not that good to be.
Wait. What's her DC again? 15.
15. Mhm.
So I got 7. So even if I get a 6, it's
Yeah,
not enough.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Failed.
Then she will have advantage as
Straight
she...
roll. Because I dug in.
Yes, straight roll as
persists.
she tries to pull you. She rolled a 23 though, so she
Yeah.
succeeds.
Yeah.
pulling the two of you ever closer to the edge of the ring.
Great.
Your
Okay,
turn.
then I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna shove. We're gonna shove. Come on. Oh yeah, that's a pass. That's a 24.
Oh yeah. Okay. So with the gloves this time or no?
Yep, with the gloves, of
All
course.
right. Her back is against the wall now.
Nope, we're gonna do this one.
And you can see that these like wooden posts that are between the glimmering rocks basically have thorny spines all over them. So it looks kind of painful as it digs into her back.
Oh no. Yeah, so I passed my DC with a 6. With a 6 pass.
Which is
So
now the
the
new
DC's up to
DC.
5. No, the DC's up to 5 now. It
Right.
was 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Bring
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Come on,
Um,
Mavis.
She will go to here and try to shove you.
Okay.
Succeeding with a 23.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move here and shove her. Come on. Come on. Okay. 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 So math in my head.
Too bad you can't dash and double shove.
Yeah.
I know, right? No, that wouldn't be enough. Yeah, that's a miss. That's a 9.
Okay. Then, oh boy. Okay. Right. That's what she's going to do. She's going to reposition. Oops, to there.
Ember's
Okay.
just like at the fence on the edge of her seat watching us.
Yeah. If those of you who are watching have anything you want to do to interfere or anything like that at any point, you can interject.
Okay. Well, 2 can play at that game. So I'm gonna reposition here.
How did you get all the way there?
It's 15, right?
Yeah. So,
5,
oh,
10.
but you can't go diagonal around someone. Sorry, I should have written that in the
Yeah,
rules.
you did not write that in the rules, and I
Well-
definitely did that before.
That's okay. It wasn't intended that you could, anyways.
I mean, I can still. I'd be okay with being here too.
Okay, then that's where you are. She looks at you and she goes, "Ugh, this is going nowhere." And she's going to try and pull you towards the edge again.
Great.
16 succeeds in pulling you.
Yeah, that succeeds. I mean, I'm missing out on all the good banter because I'm an ape. But I say something in ape and it's really funny to me.
It's devastating. Yeah.
Just punching a baboon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. So then it, yeah, I'm gonna stay here and just push her.
Okay.
This one. $13, but I have my bardic inspiration. +2. 15.
With the gloves,
Yeah, with the gloves, of course.
she
with the
is
gloves.
right on the edge now.
Oh no, I missed my tower. I got a 6. We're fine. We're fine for at least one more round.
Step to there. Well, there's really no good way. Yeah, she will just go to there and then dig in.
Okay. Then,
She kind of
I'm
braces
gonna-
herself against the fence. Come on!
yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna push her again. Lost my bardic inspiration, but that's okay. We're gonna
Yep.
try our best here. Come on.
You have guidance. as
I do
well.
have guidance. I forgot I had guidance. Thank you.
Since this would knock her out, we have to do the 3 contested rolls.
Oh, I don't have to push her one more time. Okay. But do I have disadvantage on the first one then?
You would, yes, on the first one.
Or do I have to do shove pull and see if I succeed that first? And then we do the 3 contested checks?
I think I'm just going to say disadvantage on the first check
Okay.
because she did dig in.
Oh,
They didn't
that's
consider
really good.
this.
That's
because
really
I'm
good. That's really good.
How'd you do?
21 with
Okay,
disadvantage.
That beats a 19.
Oh no.
You will have
The
to.
others.
Nice.
You'll have to win one more. There's 3. You only have to win 2.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, 19.
That beats an 11. I rolled really bad on those last two.
Dungeons and Dragons show.
How do you shove her out with the
I think-
gloves?
What happens is actually she will kind of hook her hands like under Mavis's like armpits as
Mhm.
she pushes and kind of snort in her face and just this big breath of like stinky hot hate breath in her face. And then the gloves go and she gets launched like 10 feet like through the air.
Yes.
Ah! Yeah, and kind of lands in a pile in the snow. And the Redcaps, who were all kind of like cheering on the sidelines, just go silent.
And then Elwyn just kind of like leans back and starts beating her chest and letting out a victory.
Elwyn. Elwyn. Elwyn.
Oh,
This like very soft victory cry
yeah.
from Embers.
And flying around in circles.
Then I'll transform back into myself and I'll brush my dress off and be like, well, that was fun.
I think Rook runs up and gives her a big hug,
Oh,
and you did it. Good job. Hands her
it.
staff back.
thank you.
Yeah,
Those
she
shoes
re-
though were unfortunate.
she really went ape shit, didn't she?
I didn't think I had it in me.
I'll strut over to Mavis.
Yeah, Mavis is picking herself up out of the snow and she's looking at Elwyn, staring daggers. And then she sees Rook coming and she says, "Your wrestler cheated."
Really?
Your runner cheated.
How would you respond to that? Give me a second.
Yeah. Rocks and the snowballs.
And the
the mushroom.
mushroom.
She says, "We've moved on from that. That's not important anymore."
Well, we moved on from this too. You lost, Mavis.
Mm. Fine. Okay, we lose. Whatever. A deal's a deal. Listen. Fine. But you know what? And she's just kind of like fuming for a second, like trying to think of something to say. And eventually you can see like a light bulb clicks in her head and she says, "I've got an idea. Double or nothing. You win one more, we pack up and leave as intended. You lose the next one, we stay. You don't have to participate in the raid with us. But here's the deal. You agree to this, and I'll give you something very special.
What's that?
An agreement that the Marrowbow Gang will come to your aid." And she pulls out her sickle, slices the palm of her hand, and lets a little bit of the blood drip on the ground. And a little red mushroom grows there, which she then plucks and says, "You plant this, and we'll be there."
Huh. And that's just for agreeing.
Embers just like looks at Rook.
This is just for agreeing. So just to agreeing to do it, we get this mushroom.
Yeah, so you agree to do double or nothing,
Uh-huh.
and you get this mushroom. Basically, if they win, they get to stay. If they lose, they leave as promised.
Can I do like an insight, see if
Yeah, me
Mhm.
too.
she's lying?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Let's all do it.
Mhm.
19.
8.
Natural 1.
Oh.
For Hakan.
24.
Elwyn and Vert, you think she's being pretty honest. She's frustrated at the 2 losses and wants a chance at redemption.
All right, huddle up, gang. And so we'll go back and huddle. And the real goal is just to have them leave.
Mm,
Right, we've got that.
we've got
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I mean,
Who am
I
I
don't-
to
I
say
don't know.
gamblers?
I'm kind of looking at Tuppence specifically because you're the one with
Right.
experience with fey creatures. Like, is this really a special? Like, is this something that we should try for?
I'm not sure if we want redcaps on our side or not. They're the enemy in my eyes.
Yeah. If that's how you feel,
I would-
then I agree with you.
That's what I
And
was thinking.
we've
too.
already won, and I really don't want enemies working for us. I don't feel like that's a good thing.
No, I'm on your
I
side.
agree, but I just hope that burning this bridge isn't going to come back and bite us later. Like, if we don't play along, I wonder if they're going to consider us an enemy anyway.
Well, the risk also is that if we lose, I'm not expecting to, but if we lose, they're gonna raid a town.
That's
That's
true.
true. We do have to
So
put-
if we
put those
s-
If
lives
they go back
against-
into the Feywild, they'll probably do the same thing.
Well, we can't.
well, they're gonna go there anyways, though,
Right.
right?
That's what we want anyway.
I'm okay with saying
Hopefully-
let's stop while we're ahead. I'm totally okay with that, and I agree. I don't really
Yeah.
necessarily think that we should trust them, but I just want us to be aware of all the consequences either way.
The one thing that I will say, and I respect your opinion, Tuppence, you know I do, but having, as the only one here with experience being on the receiving end of their attacks, it's not something that I would say we couldn't use. I got kicked once and it hurt a lot.
The only I'm trying to think of a circumstances where we'd be in such desperate straits that we'd want assistance from them.
If our
No, yes,
keep
I,
gets
I,
under attack,
I agree.
that would happen.
Or if I get more visitors from the Feywild that
Or-
come.
Or more bounty hunters.
I
Show their
do think that
faces.
having allies can only be a good thing, but I also think
Yeah,
it's up to you, Tuppence, really.
yeah, it's up to you.
I think they're really having fun playing the games with us. I think we're having fun too. I'm a little worried about the sleight of hand thing and what they have up their sleeve for the drinking. Apparently they have.
I
Ember's
do
just
have-
like is nodding.
I
She
do have
doesn't
a little
trust
bit of magic
Shugs.
left. I do have a little bit of magic left to help
That's true.
Rook with his sleight of hand and stuff. So, or deception, whichever.
Will, you hear Bardrin's voice in your head.
Mhm.
Hey, Hakan, do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm pretty 50-50 right now, but I mean, if we just send them off, what's stopping them from coming back and, just destroying my home or this city or whatever?
That's true. I don't know much about the Fae, but the little I do know, I think they're usually pretty good to their word. Maybe I'm thinking of devils. It's not really my area of expertise. But I guess having a one of those guys around to help quell some bar fights wouldn't hurt. If we
That's
had one of
true.
those mushrooms, or maybe we could use it to help the dwarves of Rhymestrand.
Yeah, I think there's definitely pros and cons to both, but I think double or nothing is just a little bit too risky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
As for like when we're all huddled up, I probably won't say a whole lot. Besides, I'll just agree with the group. I don't think we should do the double or nothing. Is what I'll say.
Okay.
Well-
I'm kind of leaving it to Tuppence.
Are we ready? I think I'd be more comfortable with the vote, and my vote is no.
I vote with Tuppence.
Yeah,
I vote with Tuppence.
I'm fine with that. Let's all say no.
Okay.
Okay. So then we'll break up, And then I'll approach Mavis again and say, "Sorry, Mavis."
Yeah, one of the red caps is sewing her sleeves back on.
Yeah. I'll say.
How is it? Is it good at it?
No, no, it's,
No.
it's bad.
Oh,
The
hard-
stitches are like wide and
So
yeah.
hard to watch.
So you tell Mavis no?
I say, "Sorry, Mavis. I don't think we can do this. I think we have to accept how the games went."
She gives you this hard look and says, "Fine, but you've made an enemy of the Marrowbow Gang this day. Let that be known." And then she turns around to the rest of the Redcaps and she says, "All right, gang, back through the portal. We're going to the Feywild." And then she turns back to you once more time and says, "Let that be known." And then basically one by one, they head to the center of the fairy ring. And through, there's like a shimmer of sparkles as each one enters the center of the ring and they disappear. And
Well,
then
I reckon if
finally,
they ever show their faces again, we can always just challenge them to more games.
That's what I'm thinking too. Okay.
They're tough, but they can be bought.
Good job, everyone.
Yes.
Let's go tell the mayor and then figure out what else is going on here.
We have to go investigate that church.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Hakan?
Okay.
I'm doing all right. That was pretty fun. It's pretty entertaining. Beat up Mavis.
How is he really doing? Do I need real insight?
He's doing a lot better than what he was,
Okay.
earlier. He's not so nervous. Feels pretty comfortable.
Good.
I
Yeah,
know.
then I'll just smile at you. Say thank
He'll
you
give
for
you
your
a s-
help.
Yeah, he'll give you a smile back.
You know, I really wish I could have like swapped 2 mushrooms, given him the cluck cluck mushroom. So the
You could
haste one.
still. I mean, well, I guess it's too late now.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
I was gonna
I
say
know,
we
I'm
could have
for the
we could have
race.
given him a counter offer.
Yeah. How about this
there
man?
are certainly chickens in this town and Rhymestrand, though. So
Time to have a chat with a chicken. All right. So I think I'm gonna turn the map off, but I think we just head over to the mayor's.
okay, yeah, you make your way over to Mayor Tallwin's house, and you can see that some of her planter boxes were used to build the hurdles and
Oh no.
the wall, which is still on the road. All of the obstacles are still there, but you can see that Mayor Tallwin is basically at the window with a mug, like looking out, and like wiping it to get rid of frost and steam, and like try and look out to see what's happening. And she sees you coming, and she waves at you, and then opens the door. "Well, hello. I
Hello.
couldn't quite see. I caught the end of the race from here. You can see the end of the road.
Hmm.
That
They're
was pretty
gone.
incredible, Embers. Well done. And
Embers
they're
think-
gone. You did
Embers
it.
thinks back to the end of that race in which she had no opponent, and it's like, I guess that was good.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Listen, Glimmer Cairn here, we don't have much in the way of wealth or anything like that, but well, let me just say, as long as you're in my town, you'll have an unlimited supply of my glitter or my Dazzleberry cider, Dazzleberry tea. Yeah, Oda will make you all the hot chocolate you want. She also makes these wonderful chocolate pies that are delicious. And well, there's a general store in town. I'm sure I could get them to give you a discount.
For now,
Honestly, getting the red
all
caps out of
very-
here, we owe you so much.
why
But
don't we
it-
just make sure Hakan's tavern is well stocked with your goodies?
Oh, yes, that's something we could do. Absolutely.
That's very generous of you.
Did you want to come in and rest up a little bit, have a little bit of something to drink and something to eat, or are you
Yeah, how are
leaving
you
right away?
feeling, Embers? Do you need to take a little bit of a rest? I know you worked the hardest out of all of us.
Pretty winded still.
Want to take
I
a?
don't-
You want to take an hour?
Sure.
In a small place.
I don't find this place particularly restful.
I could build you an igloo outside. Be a little bit warmer than just standing out here in the cold.
That might be nice, actually. But what about, is it a problem that the red caps are gone? Do you not have any defense against those creatures you mentioned?
Well, those creatures haven't really come for like a week, so I think
Oh.
maybe we're in the clear there. I'm not sure.
All right.
Oh, we're planning to go and investigate anyway, right?
Right.
Well, that would be absolutely delightful. I was going to ask, but listen, you've already done so much. I didn't feel like I could.
Well, we kind of getting rid of one of your problems is going to give you another one if we don't, tie up the loose ends over there too. And I think we're all pretty curious about what's been going on in the other town. So
All right. Well, and she kind of looks at the sky. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit late. You could come in here. You could stay the night if you wanted. Ooh, I mean, it's probably not a good idea to be out in the dark and the cold.
We should probably relieve Torin.
yeah, how
Yeah,
long
go back
would
to
it
our
take to get
thought.
back to the inn from here?
Probably
Back
about
to
an hour.
Hakon's Tavern? About an hour. Would we beat the darkness that way?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, yeah.
you probably would. But the other thing I'll mention that it would probably cross your mind is that if the darkness is coming, it probably won't be too much longer before the fires around the church start. So if you wanted a closer look at that, you'd have to stay out.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
and
could.
I don't know about leaving this town unprotected overnight either.
I agree.
Can I? Oh, I see what you're saying. Can I also ask how close is the tavern? What's the distance between the tavern and the church?
About the same as the
Is the
about,
mirrors
like,
this town and the church
it actually might be a little farther away.
farther? Okay.
So the church might be like half an hour from here, whereas the tavern is like an hour from here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So then, do you want to go ahead and rest here and then check out? Are we feeling up to
Yeah, let
checking
me,
out what's going on?
I want to see your igloo, Elwin.
I can build an igloo outside with like
Do you want to build an igloo?
I can build an
Oh my
igloo.
gosh.
Can I use my staff to build one just instantly?
A small one, I guess.
Well,
a 5-foot cube.
A 5-foot. Yeah.
I don't
it
think
needs
that
to
would be
fit within
any
a 5-foot
better than
cube, but that's
inside
not
the
going to
house.
be
Yeah.
well. And then because the other thing was shape water would probably be easier to build an actual igloo because I could
Yeah.
use it multiple times. Okay. Then that's what I will do.
So the plan is that we're gonna rest here and then
I mean-
investigate the fires and then go back to the tavern.
Well, we could just maybe hang out here for a few hours and just make sure that this town's not going to be under attack tonight. Talwyn, what time did the attacks normally start when they happened?
Oh, I didn't keep terribly close watch on that. It's more of the warden captain's duty to manage the defense of the town. Well,
But was
if I
was
had
it
to
the
guess,
kind of thing that happened all night long, or
well, we only weathered a couple attacks before we started staying in at night. They came probably a few hours after it got dark.
You
Oh,
said
but-
it's getting dark within like the next hour or so.
yeah,
Yeah,
we could
hour,
stay
hour and a
here
half or so.
until it gets dark, and then just to make sure. Or you have that, Rook, you have that alarm ability.
I was just looking at that,
or
yeah.
something that maybe
But that's
we could set up.
it's like
but
a
it's just
small
one-
area though.
Yeah, one doorway or something, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like if they enter that area specifically, then we'll be alerted, which is kind of rolling the dice because
Right, in a big town, yeah.
yeah.
Well, listen, Oda and I will get out of this house for a little bit, so you can have a little bit more space to rest in here. I want to go over to the fairy ring in the center of the Glimmer Cairn, and I'm gonna grab some of the other old folks in town on my way, and we're gonna. I want to try and seal that back up so nothing comes back through, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Is there anything we can do to help you with that?
Oh no, like I said, the other old folks and I, we've got relationships ongoing with several powerful fae, so we have a little bit of magic we can manage on our own.
All right. All right.
So I guess we'll take a
Everybody
short
out.
rest here.
Yeah, we can take a short rest for now and
Help
figure out
yourselves to
what we
all
wanna
the
do.
tea and oh, I think Oda made some cookies. Anything you want, it's all yours.
Sounds
She leaves
lovely.
you alone in her house.
Very
Alright.
kind. Thank you.
I'll see if I can find a place in here to rest.
I mean, laying down might be okay.
Can we like move maybe some of the furniture so that you can have like a space to like curl up or lay down
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
I just picture like you're like Gandalf and you like bump your head on like all the doorways.
All the
and stuff
doorways,
like that
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Bilbo's house.
Yeah,
Trumpets is gonna go into the kitchen and look for brownies.
I'm
It-
definitely gonna help
There's
myself.
no
with some tea.
brownies.
So you're
but
looking in a
there's
mirror?
Nice. That's a good
There's
one.
Got 'em.
there's some chocolate chip cookies there, which
Cookie, cookie.
they're still warm, like fresh out of the oven. It seems.
Yeah, I'll have some of those.
Wonderful.
So yeah, the group of you can take a nice short rest here.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark that short rest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
8. I can roll. If Tuppin's gonna sing us the Song of Rest.
So do that. Okay, are you ready for it?
Mhm.
Okay. 'Twas a dark and frigid night. The seekers were chilled through and through. Ahead, they saw a warm light. The broken axe end came into view. The owner was a sight to see, older and wiser for a start, but sprightly and shy was he. Behold, the cleric Anvil heart. Soon, warmed by drink and fire, eyelids started to droop, but in came a band looking dire, looking for a prince among our troop. With aid from friends, old and new, triumph was soon in the bag. Bounty on Rook probably grew now that Vert was out of the bag.
Hakan, roll a history check.
Crap.
Oh shit.
Why? Oh
Okay.
no.
I got a 16.
Oh no.
It strikes you when the bounty hunters came into the tavern. One of them was they were clearly going for Rook, and one
Right.
of them called him Prince O. When Tuppence says that Vert was out of the bag, you remember that the prince of Vogma was named Vertinor Oranglass.
Oh god.
Oh, so now I'm like connecting the dots.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay.
This is something that you would have learned, but maybe not have given too much attention to it. So it just kind of like occurs to you in this moment that back when you were a soldier in the Imperial Army, you would have at least heard this name.
hmm
I mean, it never would have come up in any of your like mission briefs or anything like that. But
Sure.
it's
How
something
do
you
I
would have
how
been
do I
aware of.
feel about this?
That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how
Okay.
you feel.
True. I'll have to think about it. I'll probably just quietly rest, maybe by the fire, and just think about things.
Yeah, Bargerin feels your recognition, and she says, "Wait, should I know that name? Who is it? Vert?
I think that's Rook.
But why does that mean anything to you? I can feel your recognition, but it's not like I can read your thoughts. Who is that?"
I'm not 100% sure. I think he was the prince,
Oh,
right?
the Empire doesn't have any princes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hmm.
So prince of some other country.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But then the bounty hunters were after him, right?
Yeah.
What could he have done?
So- I don't know. I think he'll probably Hakan will probably go up to Rook and ask him like some questions about.
Oh god.
I was
Like-
gonna say I'm watching Hakan this whole time, just watching for reaction. And if I see you start to get up and move, I'm going to start talking to you just
Okay.
conversationally across the
Sure.
room. Like, oh, Hakan, I've been meaning to ask you, where did you grow up?
Oh, I grew up. Well, I've been traveling a lot when I was younger and in the army. Or
Really?
yeah.
That's a surprise because you seemed a little unused to the outdoors earlier.
Oh, I mean, I was stuck in that tavern for God knows how long. I didn't really go outside a whole lot the past, decade or so.
That's a long time to be indoors.
Oh yeah, it's pretty rough. But it's an honest living.
A lot of things can change in 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. Everything that's happened over the past day, I had no idea really about any of this. But,
Do you know anything about the church?
no, not really, right? I don't think
You've
Hakan
never
would
met
know.
the so it's really more of a graveyard because no one really worships there or anything like that.
Yeah.
And the Undertaker is someone who never really came to your tavern. So
Okay.
you would know, I guess all you would know is that both the residents of Glimmercairn and the residents of Rhymestrand bury their dead there.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm assuming you just have small chit chat
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff.
keeping you occupied.
Okay, that helps.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I refill your tea? Oh, did you
Oh,
get
yeah.
a cookie? That kind of thing.
I'll
Yeah.
take another one,
Asking
I
you
guess.
all kinds of questions about yourself and where have you traveled to? I want to hear all about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably talk for a while.
As this conversation goes on, though, you do hear Bardrin say, "She's protecting him."
Hakan will like stumble back as if like a gust of wind hit him or something. Be like, I think you're probably right. I didn't even think about that.
It only just occurred to me. I know you've been talking for a while. I should have thought of it sooner, but
Yeah. I guess I'll ask some questions about your party too, like, oh, where do you guys come from? How long have you guys been together? Suddenly be like, so what's the deal with Rook?
What do you mean?
He's an interesting character, huh?
Well, I think all of us are in our own way.
Yeah. And I remember like when we had the giant bar fight and stuff, one of the bounty hunters, he didn't call him Rook, right? He said
Well,
like
I think
Prince.
that was some kind of mistake.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I mean they're bounty hunters, right? They can't be that smart. Probably just
Yeah,
messed
they
up.
had the wrong information. But I think that they might have had an ulterior motive. We did make some enemies back in Port Horizon Shroud before we made our way up here, so.
Can I do an insight to see?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bardrin will help and give you advantage.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I needed that.
This is not my best stat.
Oh,
Oh, but I rolled really well.
I got a 20.
I got a 22.
Okay,
So I'm hard to read, but you don't doubt anything I'm saying.
gotcha. Okay. Gosh, I don't know what to do next.
If you want to get
Well-
the truth out of someone,
No.
Oh,
So
She seems honest and earnest enough, I think.
yeah, I think she's telling the truth for sure.
I mean, at the very least, I don't think any of these people are harmful. So even if they are hiding some sort of secret prince, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Worry about, yeah.
So,
Alright.
while they're being occupied, Rook will approach Tuppence, be like, "Hey, come over to the kitchen with me real quick. Get some cookies and stuff."
Someone's getting in trouble.
Fine. I'm just trying to get us prepared for. Are we going to a graveyard next? You know what the place is called where they bury a monster?
What's that?
The fiendish plot.
Oh, jeez. Groan. It's never an end with you here. All right, so when we're in the kitchen, I just like, la 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 la, make sure that I like, not necessarily shut the door intentionally, but like get to a place where we're not in eyesight and like, just like look at her like staring, like never use that name again. Never, okay? You cannot say that. That's a secret between us, and that's it.
Okay.
It's
I won't sing that
dangerous.
song again.
It's really
Okay.
dangerous. Didn't you see the paper? How much they're offering? Just think if someone says that.
I know, but it was just us.
Just like
I won't do it
looking
again.
at her.
I
Like,
promise.
okay,
I promise.
okay.
I promise.
Insight
I
check.
promise.
I believe you. Okay, thank you, Tuppence.
Okay. It was just us, though. It was just us.
Okay,
Okay.
so. So yeah, we got some cookies and stuff.
Yeah, with that, you guys can see that it starts to get dark outside.
Embers, you wanna
Tawin
build an
and
igloo?
Oda haven't come back yet. Are you guys just going to stick around?
Yeah, if it starts to get dark, I think we'd want to. Maybe I would invite. If it seems like Hakan has been deterred from
Yeah.
wanting to talk to Rook, I'll invite. Actually, I might invite him too. Be like, have you ever built an igloo before?
I can't remember the last time I ever thought of it. No.
Come on, it'll be fun,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we can
Make
keep an eye
a
out for
Charisma
monsters.
save to try and leave.
I was waiting
Oh.
for that.
Oh, what was it?
A charisma save.
Charisma. Okay. I got an 8.
Oh no.
Yeah, you look outside to the gathering darkness, and it just like your vision narrows, and in this moment, you cannot leave this house.
Yeah, I figured. I'll be like, I'm just kind of tired. I'm probably just gonna go sit by the fire for a little bit longer, but I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Insight check.
Yeah, also, then.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh
Hit.
shoot.
And I got a 19 too. That was pretty good.
I did not beat a 20.
Nope. Fool all of
Alright.
us.
Yep. All right. Well,
So Hakan kind of goes and sits by the fire, and the rest of you go about sort of building this igloo
yeah, I'm
for
gonna
embers.
take embers outside and start to shape water to form the snow.
And Embers is like, it's a shame that he didn't come. I was very curious to see if he wouldn't be able to leave an igloo.
Well, does an igloo technically count as something indoors?
That's what we were going to find out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this probably won't be our first opportunity. We can try again
Huh?
if it's important to you.
I'm just curious.
You
Yes.
did wonderfully in that race today, Embers.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
really impressed.
I mean,
Are
we
you
did
sure you're
set
all
it up.
right? That your shin looked like it was pretty beat up.
It's on the mend. Thank you, though.
Of course. Have you ever built an igloo before?
Not as well as you probably have.
But you have
I've made do sometimes.
spent a lot of time in the south, wintry places.
Sure.
You don't have to answer. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make conversation.
No, I understand. I did spend a lot of time. Well, I spent time everywhere, pretty much in the Empire. I suppose the South wasn't really part of it at the time that I was really in my wandering days. But I did spend time there, and I didn't spend all of that time with a fixed address. So some of it was in an igloo that I built.
Oh, is this all right then? We don't have to make an igloo. We can go back inside.
I like the one that you're making. It's nice.
Well, I bet you've never seen igloos with flowers on them. I start druid crafting to
Yeah.
decorate it a little bit. Little snow flowers popping out.
And
Where
as go
I
on.
am interested to hear about the places you've seen. I don't know much about the Empire, as I've said before, and I'm really curious to know what it's like in other places of the continent.
I'm interested to find out I'm interested to find out what's become of some of the places since I've been there last. I've been to Femir before.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Did you like it?
Uh,
Was it difficult? It's a big
Ye-
city, right?
It's a big
Lots
city.
of wardens.
Well, yes, lots of wardens.
Lots of ways to get in trouble.
There are ways to get in trouble in every city in the Empire, and I found most of them.
That's a story I'm going to want to hear one day, Embers. Why don't you go inside and see if you can fit?
All right.
And as you kind of, put on the finishing touches of the igloo and, Embers goes inside and checks out the fit of it. And it is a comfortable igloo. You probably need like a source of some heat in there. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty cold. But it's definitely better than anything you built when you were on your own. And as the group of you are kind of, coming out, having this nice conversation around the igloo, that's when everyone, even those of you who are inside the house, can see, through windows and things across the valley in the direction of the church and also the direction of Rhymestrand, since Rhymestrand is basically across beyond the church. You can see the glow of flames begin as that wall of fire erupts again off in the distance in the night. And Tawin and Oda arrive at basically about this same time, and they kind of pause before going into the house to look at the fires across the valley with you. And once again, you can hear sort of those haunting, shrill screams coming from across the valley as the flames burn around the church. And that's where we'll end today's episode.
Ooh,
All right.
great job today. That was amazing.
That's fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you all for
We
playing.
did it.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch. We'll be back with more of this at some point in the future, 2 or 3 weeks from now, to be determined. Watch the Twitter account for more information. But yeah, have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.